Hello everybody, welcome here to WWE Battleground predictions. Before we start this video, I would like to say I am so sorry for not posting any videos. It's just school and homework and all this other crap getting in the way. So I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll be back with more WWE TNA coverage and some Universe Mode with Leo Kruger. Anyways, let's get right into the predictions. We're going to start off with Sandow versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, this match was just randomly added onto the card. There was no exact build-up for this. Not like there's any build-up for kickoff matches, but yeah, they just randomly placed this match on there just to have them fight, I guess. I'm gonna say Sandow wins here just because where is Ziggler going? Like, where does Ziggler go from here? You know, the last time he had his big run was when he had that World Heavyweight title for about a month. And then, like, the other month that he had it, he was out, injured. So yeah, now he's just jobbing around, doing nothing, basically. So yeah, that's just, like, what do they do with him now? So, yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna say Sandow wins because they're really doing nothing with Ziggler, right now. So if Sandow wins, great. If Ziggler wins, what the flip? All right, next match: AJ Lee versus Brie Bella for the Divas title. Now apparently this storyline is supposed to go on from like AJ Lee's quest to destroy all the Total Divas or something. And at first I thought the match was going to be her versus Natalya because like tops were blowing off. I don't want to say tops, but I can't think of another word. Tops were blowing off, and it's just why not give Natalya another Diva shot? So we'll have to see how that turns out. I wanted to see how that would turn out. But instead, we get AJ Lee versus Brie Bella, who can't wrestle. And by that, I mean Brie Bella can't wrestle. So, yeah. I'm going to say AJ Lee here just to continue her quest on this Total Divas thing. As Del Rey with that huge clothesline. So, yeah, AJ Lee. Next, I have no idea when this match was announced. But apparently, this match is going to be on the card. Bray Wyatt versus Kofi Kingston and Wyatt. I mean, what else can you say here? Like, I think it was somewhat sad, or not sad. I think it was somewhat stupid that Bray Wyatt wasn't featured on the last pay-per-view, but it was Night of Champions, so I guess that made sense to not put him on the card. But I get so. But yeah, I was just like disappointed that they didn't put Bray Wyatt on the card of Night of Champions, and now they're putting him back against the mid card. And was Bray Wyatt always in the mid card? Like, would you consider Kane a mid card person? I don't know. I'd consider him a mid card just because of what he's been doing lately. So, yeah. By the way, where is Kane? I know they probably did send him off just so he could do his movie or whatever. They probably did. Alright, anyways. We'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, I'm gonna say why, because he's on his killing spree of people still. He's only gone one pay-per-view. And I think he can do more with his killing spree of people. I mean, look at how far Fandango's been going. Fandango isn't on the card this time, but Fandango's been on every pay-per-view except for Payback, and that was because he's been injured. So don't argue with me when I say Fandango's on a killing spree, because he's been on every pay-per-view except for the ones he's been injured. So, yeah, Bray Wyatt. What else can you say? Next match, apparently this match was announced too. I don't know when, but apparently this match was announced. Curtis Axel versus R-Truth for the Intercontinental title. I guess this match was sort of coming because they had to do something with Curtis Axel. They can't just have him like watch the match of CM Punk versus Ryback. That just wouldn't make sense. I just don't think that wouldn't make sense at all. And so yeah, good thing they did something with him and put him against R-Truth in a title match as CM Punk comes in. But yeah, just sort of like what, sort of like what happened. Wait, what? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking. Sorry, I lose my train of thought when I'm watching TV. So I'm gonna look at my paper. My paper that has the predictions. So yeah, good thing they're doing something with Curtis Axel, but obviously Axel's going to win if R-Truth wins. What the flip? I was so mad last last pay-per-view when they had Kofi Kingston go up against them because Kofi Kingston was holding up the Intercontinental belt on the poster, so I was like, roar. Like, are they really gonna do that with them again? And why is there juice all over my paper? I don't know. So yeah, that's sort of just like what? What? Oh yeah. So Kofi Kingston was sort of just like what? So yeah, back to Battleground. Axel versus R-Truth. I think Curtis is going to win because what do they do now? Oh, and a future pay-per-view match is coming up. Boom! That's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, next match. Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus The Shield. Booking 101 says Rhodes and Goldust win just to get their jobs back. And I think this is for the titles. Someone correct me on this. Are these for the tag team titles, or is it just like for their jobs? Because if it is for the titles, I'd be truly amazed to see Cody Rhodes and Goldust win and have like a thing where only Ambrose has the title. So correct me if this is for the title or not. I think it is, but it might not be because they never made it clear on Raw, which was saddening. So yeah, I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes and Goldust win just so they can have their jobs back. I'd like to see Goldust on the roster again, but who knows? Anything could happen. Anyways, now for Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam in a hardcore rules match. One thing I've never understood is why is this a hardcore match? They just randomly made it a hardcore match out of nowhere. It was like a random moment on Raw where it's like, oh yeah, look at these hardcore moments of Rob Van Dam. We're gonna be doing a hardcore match. It's like that's the worst way to set it up ever. You know, like I would have understood if it was like Extreme Rules or something related like that, no holds barred or something. But hardcore, it's like, what happened? What went wrong? I don't really think Del Rio fits into that type of era yet. So who do I say wins? Del Rio, just to show that he can still be champion and win and beat a hardcore person at his own game or something like that. something stupid like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say Del Rio wins. That's my explanation. Not much of an explanation, but I gotta get through this fast. So anyways, our next match, CM Punk versus Ryback. And for anyone who still chants Goldberg when they're at the event, stop it. Just stop. He's nothing like Goldberg anymore. Just stop. Just stop. Alright, back to the match. So this has been building up for a while. You know, Punk's whole thing with Paul Heyman, this has been building up for a while. It first started out with Brock Lesnar, in which Brock Lesnar destroyed Punk in one of the most upsetting things of SummerSlam. Yeah. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, in the most upsetting things of SummerSlam, and then he faced Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in a handicap match, which was somewhat understandable. And then they made it a no DQ right when the pay-per-view started. So, you know, that's set up for a Ryback debut. Everybody knew it was going to happen once it did. So, yeah. And now we have the next chapter, Punk versus Ryback. And I think this past Monday on Raw, they just threw Big E Langston out there to show that he can still do a GTS to a big guy or something like that. When everybody already knows he could do it to Ryback because he did it several times to Ryback when he was a heel champion. Just a thought. But it is what it is, so what you gonna do about it? So, yeah, I'm gonna say Ryback wins just to keep dominating Punk. Just to keep everybody dominating Punk. And keep him going and stuff. So, yeah. And finally, the last match, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. And right now, nobody has the WWE title because it's banking. I think they're trying to set up more of a storyline between Triple H and the Big Show, or the McMahons and the Big Show, than this match because like last Monday, I was like, Randy Orton was walking out, and I was like, why doesn't he have the belt? And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's vacant. They have to keep pointing out that it's vacant, that anybody could possibly win here and have the belt. That's something I'm somewhat disappointed about. And in the last bit of build up between these two, when when Orton put Bryan through a table, best moment ever. Best moment of anybody's life. Because that was awesome. I like it when people put others through tables, except for when the Shield does it, because I've gotten used to that, basically. So, yeah. Not much I could really say about Where was it? Oh yeah. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, and yeah, I sort of like the build up of what they're doing. I don't like it all the best. Somewhat disappointed. So yeah, my prediction is Daniel Bryan is going to win the WWE title again to show that he's a yes man. I don't know anymore. Well, yeah, that's really all I have. Sorry for this somewhat boring prediction video. I try to keep it as cool as possible, but I'm not exactly the best at that. So bear through me here while I suck. But anyways, that is my predictions for WWE Battleground, and I will see